Good morning, students. Hope you are going well. And in the last class, we have discussed some problems that means the problems that covers the topics average speed, average velocity, and distance, displacement, all that things, right? And hope you all write that questions, or hope you all wrote that in your notebook, and you should submit the notebook on or before this Friday. And one thing I forgot to say, that the questions given in your textbook, that is the questions, the first questions, I think I given it in you in the last class or the first or second class, right? So the questions given here, the page number 100. The second question that I done a mistake while explaining you. So I can correct it here. So please listen. And these questions also you should write in your notebook, right? These are the first homework I had given you. So hope you may write it. Write it in your notebook. So even though I have to correct the mistake. Okay. So what is the question? The question says, what the question says: a farmer moves along the boundary of a square field of side 10 meter in 40 seconds. So what will be the side of this square field? All these sides are 10 meter, right? So the farmer moves along this boundary, that he takes 40 seconds to cover all these boundary, that is one round. So takes 40 seconds to cover this square field boundary. Okay. Then what is the question? What will be the magnitude of displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes and 20 seconds? So what will be the magnitude of displacement after 2 minutes 20 seconds, right? So here in 40 seconds he cover one round. Okay. So what will be the how many rounds he cover after 2 minutes 20 seconds? These two we have to convert this into seconds. So what will be this 2 minutes means 1 minute means 60 seconds, right? 2 minutes 120 seconds, and 2 minutes 20 seconds means 140 seconds, right? So from 140 seconds, after 140 seconds, what will be the position of this farmer, that we have to find, right? So after in 40 seconds he covers one round. So 140 seconds, how much distance, how many rounds he cover? That is 140 divided by 40. It will give the position after 2 minutes 20 seconds. That means in 40 seconds. Okay. So what will be the answer? How many fours are in 40? 3 fours are what? 40 divided by 4. 3 fours are 12, right? Then 2 remains and 20, which means 3.5 round. Okay. So 3.5 round he covers after 140 seconds, right? So the farmer moves this much of distance in 40 seconds, and this is one round, right? This is this will be the second, and 3.5 round in 140 seconds means what will be the 3.5, the third? This is the when it is in what? For 40 second, after 40 second he is here, that is the starting and ending positions all same, and after 180 second one more round he covers, and after more 40, which means 40 plus 40 means 80. After 80 second he also here, that means he covers another one more round, and after what, 120 second he covers another one more round, and this is 120, and remaining is only 20 seconds, right? So 40 seconds he cover one round, that means in 20 second means this is divided by 2, so half round, right? Half round means where the farmer is here, now the final position is here, so after 2 minutes 20 seconds the farmer is here. So what will be the displacement? This is the distance, right? So what will be the displacement? This will be the displacement. So what does it means? This is the diagonal of this square field, right? So to calculate this diagonal, we have to know this is a square field, and that is this will be a right angle. These two are in right angle triangle, right? So by applying Pythagoras theory, you may study it in your earlier classes, right? That is, what is Pythagoras theory? The hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square, right? Perpendicular square plus base square gives the hypotenuse square. So what will be this diagonal? The value of this diagonal, or this diagonal gives us the displacement of this farmer, right? So suppose this is A and this is B, this is C, this is D. So what will be the value of AC? That gives us the displacement. So these sides are equal, that is 10. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, right? This is what Pythagoras theory tells, right? So what is AC square? 10 square plus 10 square, right? So what is 10 square? Or we can write AC is equal to root of what? AB square plus BC square, right? Hope you all understand these things, because these are mathematics. I think you might have studied this in your smaller classes, in your 8th or 7th classes, right? So what is the value? Root of 100 plus 100, that is equal to root of 200, that is equal to what? What will be the answer? Or we can write it as 100 into 2, right? So we can take this 100 outside. The root of 100 means 10 root 2, right? So this will be the displacement of the farmer. It may be equal to, what is root 2 is equal to 1.414, I think. So it will be equal to 14.14 meters. So this will be the displacement of the farmer, right? So you just look that question and try to do that, okay? Okay, hope you all understand this. And these all things we have discussed earlier. only after seeing the notes that you had sent to me. After seeing that, I noticed that I had mistake. So now it's clear. So now we can go to another part, or we can see another term, that is acceleration. What do you mean by acceleration? We have already learned what is velocity, what is speed, what is distance, displacement, all these things so far, right? So now we are going to another term, that is acceleration. What do you mean by acceleration? How you heard about acceleration? Yeah, it is rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity is given by acceleration. So we have acceleration. What is acceleration? It is the rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity, right? So look, what does it mean? It means the change in, suppose an object is in uniform motion, right? So what will be the velocity of that uniformly moving body? It become constant, or it may be constant, right? The velocity of a uniformly moving object is constant, right? So in that case we cannot take the rate or change of rate of change of velocity. And there may if the motion or the object is in non-uniform motion, what does it means? Non-uniformly motion means it have some change in velocity, right? So in that cases we can in non-uniformly moving body we can say the change in velocity. So here you have the change in velocity per unit time, that gives acceleration. That is, the acceleration measures what? The change in velocity of an object per unit time, that gives acceleration. Okay. So what is acceleration? The rate of change of velocity, or we can say it is the measure of change in velocity, measure of change in velocity per unit time, that is acceleration, right? So acceleration is a vector quantity, right? What is vector quantity? What are vector quantities? We have already discussed that the quantities which have both magnitude as well as direction. So acceleration is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude as well as direction also, right? So it's a vector quantity. And if we represent the velocity of a moving object at first, that means an object is at rest first. So what will be the velocity? What is velocity? Displacement by time, right? So here the object is at rest. So what will be the velocity? The velocity will become 0, right? So there we can see here the velocity is 0. The initial velocity, we can say the initial velocity of the object is 0. We can represent initial velocity by the letter u, right? So the initial velocity of the object is 0, and it has some displacement, and it has after some time it has a velocity of what? maybe the final velocity may be represented by v, right? So it is the initial velocity. Here it has some velocity. Here it is 0 and it has some whatever else, some values, but maybe 10 or any magnitude, right? So here it has a velocity, okay? So the final velocity we can represent by v. So the rate of change of velocity, how we can represent the rate of change of velocity? Acceleration, what does this indicate? This sign, this symbol indicate it's a vector quantity, that means it has a direction, right? So acceleration we can write change in velocity by time. So change in velocity means here it changes, the object changes the velocity from u to v. That means it has 0 velocity at the initial stage and it has some velocity in the final stage, right? So change in velocity, how we can write the change in velocity? The velocity at final state minus the velocity of initial state, right, divided by t. So acceleration can be right like this, okay? So this kind of motion is said to be accelerated motion, right? That is have a velocity change from u to v, okay? So this type of motion is said to be accelerated motion, and the acceleration is taken to be positive if it is in the direction of that of velocity, and it can be taken as negative it is in the direction opposite to that of velocity, right? And if an object travels in a straight line, its velocity increases or decreases in equal intervals of time in equal amounts, right? So it is called as uniformly accelerated motion, okay? Understand? That means if a body, if an object travels in a straight line, then its velocity changes, or it is increases or it is decreases by equal amounts in equal interval of time. Then it is said to be uniformly accelerated, right? For example, the motion of a freely falling body. It's an example of uniformly accelerated motion. And one more thing, the acceleration has a unit. What will be the unit of acceleration? Acceleration is the change in velocity by time. So what is the unit of velocity? Velocity meter per second, right? The change in velocity also have unit meter per second. So meter per second by time. Time has a unit second. So what will be the unit of acceleration? The unit of acceleration is meter per second square, right? Or it can be written as meter per second square. We can write like this, okay? So this is the unit of acceleration, okay? And uniformly accelerated motion, what is the example? Example of uniformly accelerated motion, that is a freely falling body. Suppose suppose a mango is falling down. It has an acceleration 9.8 meter per second square. This value you may study it, right? This is because of her gravitational force, right? So you may study this in your higher classes, or may study, we will study it later, okay? So just know that, just understand what uniformly accelerated motion, what does it means? If the velocity increases or decreases by equal amounts in equal interval of time, then it is said to be uniformly accelerated motion. For example, a freely falling body. On the other hand, non-uniformly accelerated motions, what happens there? Non-uniformly accelerated motion. The name itself says that non-uniformly accelerated means the change in velocity may varies with time. That means the amount of change in velocity may varies with time, right? So, for example, what will be the example of non-uniformly accelerated motion? What will be the example? Suppose there is a car moving on the road. The car may take a speed of what? It can move slower in heavy traffic, or it can take more faster what if there is no traffic, right? So in that cases the velocity changes non-uniformly, right? If there is traffic, the velocity decreases, right? If there is no traffic, it can move faster, so the velocity increases, or we say the speed as just like that. The velocity or speed and velocity are equal if the displacement and distance are same, right? So we can say just like that. Okay, so this is an example of non-uniformly accelerated motion, right? So what does it mean? The change in velocity may varies with the time, right? So that all about uniformly accelerated and non-uniformly accelerated motions, right? So here you have a question to understand what is acceleration well, right? So by doing this, we can clear what we have discussed today. So we can just discuss that. What the question that is given to you in your textbook. So what is the question given to you? So hope you understand what is acceleration, right? So we can do the question. What is the question? Starting from a stationary position, Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meters per second in 30 seconds. Okay? Just reading the question. But starting from the stationary position, Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meters per second in 30 seconds. Then he applies brakes such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down to 40 meters per second in the next 5 seconds. Calculate the acceleration of the bicycle in both cases. So there is two cases, right? First case is what? He pedals the cycle to attain velocity of 6 meters per second in 30 seconds. That is first case. So we can discuss one by one, right? So in the first case, what will be the initial velocity? What is the initial velocity in that case? Initially, the bicycle is at rest, right? So what will be the velocity? It will become 0, right? So how we can represent initial velocity? We can represent initial velocity by the term u, by the letter u. So in the first case, what is the initial velocity? Initial velocity is 0, right? And what is the final velocity? What velocity he has to attain? What is the velocity? Here it is said that Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meters per second. So what will be the final velocity? 6 meters per second, right? So the final velocity we can write as v, that is 6 meters per second, right? 6 meters per second. That he attains in what time? Within a time of 30 seconds. So what is the time taken to attain this from 0 to 6 meters per second? This 30 seconds, right? This 30 seconds. We can just give S for seconds, right? This 30 seconds. It takes 30 seconds. And in the first case, what will be the acceleration? What is acceleration? That is change in velocity per time. So what is the change in velocity? We can write acceleration like this. But this is a vector quantity, so you just put an arrow head, right, or cap. You can write a capped A. This is also vector quantity. Okay, now you just write A. These vector and scalar quantities you may study in higher classes more detailed, right? So you just now write A. Okay, so what will be the acceleration? Acceleration A is equal to, that is, what is acceleration? Acceleration is equal to, that is, v minus u by t, right? Change in velocity by time. Okay, this you should keep in mind. Okay, so what is the acceleration here? What is v minus u by t? It's equal to, what is v? 6 minus 0 by 30, right? 6 minus 0 by 30. What will be the answer? 6 by 30. It will be equal to what? 0.2 meter per second, right? 0.2 meter per second square, right? Meter per second square. This is acceleration, right? So the unit is meter per second square. 6 by 30 is equal to 0.2, right? Okay. Then this is the first case, right? What is the second case? Second case is that then he applies brake such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. So what is the second case? He gives brake, he applies brake, right? Applies brake to the bicycle. So what will happen to that bicycle? The bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second, that is, the velocity decreases, right? When he applies brake, the velocity decreases from 6 meter per second to 4 meter per second. So that happens in the next 5 seconds, right? The time taken to apply the brake and the speed downs to what? 4 meters per second within a time of 5 seconds, right? So in the second case, what will be the second case? What will be the second case? The second case gives what? The initial velocity from where it he applies brake when the bicycle is at a speed of what? 6 meter per second. That is the velocity. When he applies the brake, the initial velocity is 6 meter per second, right? Then it comes down to what? 4 meter per second. That means 4 meter per second is the final velocity of the bicycle in the second case, right? In the second case, we are discussing the second case. So in the second case, 4 meter per second is the final velocity, right? And what is the time taken? It is happening within a time of 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds. So what will be the acceleration? The acceleration here, v minus u by t, right? It's equal to, what is v? 4 minus 6 by t, 5 seconds, right? So what will be the answer? That is 4 minus 2 gives minus, 4 minus 6 gives minus 2 divided by 5. It is equal to what? 0.4 meter per second square, right? This is the second case. So the acceleration, here we have a minus sign, right? Minus sign indicates the acceleration decreases or the velocity of the bicycle decreases or the speed of the bicycle decreases. We can say this is decelerated, right? Acceleration means accelerated means the increase in velocity or change in velocity increases or positive in direction. The opposite of acceleration is what does it say? The opposite of acceleration is deceleration. That means the amount by which the speed or velocity decreases. So we can say it is the second case we can discuss under the term deceleration, right? Deceleration means just opposite that, deceleration, deceleration, which means the amount by which the speed or velocity decreases, right? It's not no need of this deceleration, right? So the acceleration is here minus 0.4. The second case, that is the speed or the velocity of the bicycle decreases, right? That is all about acceleration. Hope you all understand acceleration well, right? So you just write it in your notebook, okay? So there are some more questions in your textbooks, that is in page number 103 regarding this acceleration, right? So you should do these questions as homework, right? So you should do the homework. The question 1, 2, 3 are given here. So we are wind upping today. Hope you all understand what we have discussed today, right? So let me conclude and we can meet in next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.